Good evening. Good evening, dear friends. Welcome. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Can we hear me all right, everybody? Can you hear me all right? Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Almost there, the last few meters of the marathon, 40 days. Well done. And you may have seen the message. We will today draw learnings from the Tao Te Ching and Lao Tzu's teachings on flexibility. And we'll follow that up with the meditation and then take some questions or comments after the meditation. So once again, welcome to all the friends. I am going to actually today begin with sharing the verse directly. And I will share my screen if you can confirm that you're able to see it. That would be wonderful. Can we all see the screen with a thumbs up? Can I get a little thumbs up? Yeah, awesome. So we'll just first read. I will read out loud for you. This is one, again, you know, all the 81 verses are beautiful. Like I said, Lao Tzu's work grows on us. But this is among the easier to understand. If you're trying to understand, this is among the easier to understand verses. It's the 76th verse, and I will read it out for all of us. A man is born gentle and weak. At death, he is hard and stiff. All things, including the grass and trees, are soft and pliable in life, dry and brittle in death. This is the first part of this verse, and we fully absorb it. Once again, a man is born gentle and weak. At his death, he is hard and stiff. And you've held a little child and you've been next to a dead body, you know the difference. All things, including the grass and trees, are soft and pliable in life, hard and brittle in death. Stiffness is thus a companion of death. Flexibility, a companion of life. An army that cannot yield will be defeated. A tree that cannot bend will crack in the wind. Look at the beauty here and the further explanation. Stiffness is thus a companion of death, flexibility a companion of life. An army that cannot yield will be defeated. A tree that cannot bend will crack in the wind. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and supple will prevail. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and supple will prevail. This is so powerful, my dear friends. And a lot of gratitude to the great master Lao Tzu, but also to an amazing master, Dr. Wayne Dyer. It is his translation of this 76th verse that I have shared with you from his book, The Tao Te Ching. And he leaves us with an affirmation along with this. Dr. Wayne Dyer shares this affirmation. He says, I choose to be strong by being soft and pliable rather than inflexible, brittle, and hard. So friends, we fully soak in this verse today. Every word of this verse. And we ask ourselves a question. What are those areas in our life that we are stuck today? Where we are stiff today? And I'd really like all of us to identify 3 areas in your life. Maybe one in your home, one in your work, and one even maybe on your spiritual journey. Where is it that we are not flexible, where we have become rigid, where we have become stiff? And we can all introspect. And then we'll once again look at this verse before we go into the meditation. But as you think about these 3 areas, I want to share one more little story with you. I don't know how many of you are aware, in some of these 4 and 5-star hotels, you have, trees inside the hotel. Have you seen, some of us, we've seen trees inside there's no wind, there's no sunlight, direct sunlight, they're inside. And every few weeks, they get people to come and shake the trees. Because if you don't shake the trees, then the roots don't strengthen. There's no wind inside, etc. So these trees will otherwise die if you don't shake them. Something very beautiful Lao Tzu tells us, that stiffness is a companion of death and flexibility is life. And so, we all fully embrace this. A tree that cannot bend will crack in the wind. We just had recently a cyclone. You can see how flexible even a coconut tree will actually just sway with the wind. And most times in our life, because of the trauma, because of our past experiences, because of certain things that have happened to us, we freeze. We freeze. That experience where we did something and we had a bad outcome, we are so scared. So out of this fear, out of this trauma is where this stiffness is born. And today's meditation, my dear friends, we want to let go of all this rigidity, all this stiffness, all of these areas in our life where we are stuck. And I will guide you into that meditation. Were we able to identify? You want to write down in the chat box the areas that you were able to identify, where we are stuck, where we have become rigid. Just 1 or 2 words. Yeah, not able to get work from, we are stuck in relationships. Okay, yes, Lataji, as a perfectionist, we're stuck with some thoughts, with some emotion. We always feel angry, always feel sad. Yes, very good. So we're rigid about that. We're holding on. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. So it's important to identify. We are going to try and wash away all this stuckness, all of these pieces that we talk about. And just like a tree, in this meditation, I'm going to ask you at the early part to just be like a tree. Yes. And every time the wind comes, the tree will sway a little bit. So you will also sway just a little bit, just like a tree, very solid in your, but you put your hands up like this. When we are doing this, I will tell you at what stage you can put your hands up, and your hands are like the branches of the tree and the body is like the trunk, and you're just, if we are rigid, we will be like this, frozen. So when the wind comes, every spurt of wind is like a challenge that comes in our life, a new challenge, and we just sway with it a little bit, just actually sway with the wind. So we will practice that. And friends, the pandemic has been a great teacher for us, COVID. We were so used to fixed ways, fixed ideas, fixed things that we were doing. Pandemic really challenged us to be flexible. It said, Savita ji, please, now you must become fully flexible. And Padmini ji, you should really now sway like the tree, We have to give away all this. And all of us got this lesson. All this craving for certainty, of being a certain way, we got dissolved. So are we ready, friends, to move into meditation? You've all been practicing now for a long time. So best is to move into meditation. Nitin, I'm not sure if you're able to share the music. Okay, I think you are able to. Thank you, Nitin. Let me just make sure that I have. Okay, so just a small couple of pieces of guidance. What we are going to do in this meditation is that we will first, I will ask you to go through, we'll scan our body and see any parts that you particularly feel very rigid or very stuck, you are uncomfortable. So we'll scan our body and we will look for any sensations, etc. Let me just explain the meditation and then we go into the meditation. And then we will imagine ourselves as a tree. Just for 2 minutes, you will put your hands up like this, just like this. Normally in your meditation, you will have your fingers clasped, and that's how you sit, a cross-legged finger, your hands in your lap. But just for about 2 minutes, when I ask you to, you will take, otherwise you keep it for very long, you'll get tired. Your hands will get tired. And you will move into this feeling where you're imagining yourself as a tree. And I'm going to lead you into some visualization through that process. After which we will do Anapanasati, where we will be breathing in all the flexibility, breathing out all our patterns, all our rigidity, all our stiffness. Yes. So with Anapanasati, incoming and outgoing breath, we will be, giving that intention. And then again, we'll come back, with bringing all of these things that we, experiencing all these experiences that we had, we'll bring it back with us. I will guide you when we come back. So we'll be in meditation, dear friends, for about 40 minutes. Is that okay? And we can all now close our eyes, remove your spectacles if you're wearing spectacles. If you keep your cameras on, that's wonderful. If you cannot, it's okay. But if you can, please, that will be helpful. And also cross-legged with your hands crossed as well in your lap. Just completely relaxed. Close your eyes. Bringing your awareness to your body. Bringing your awareness to your feet. Coming in this present moment. Notice any sensations, any stiffness, any rigidity. In your ankles, calves, shin. Move along. Notice all the sensations. Your knees, frontal thighs, the back of your thighs. Becoming more and more aware of your body. Your hip, your stomach, your entire spine. Becoming aware of the sensations, any discomfort. Are you holding something? Is there something that you hold in any of these areas of your body? Your arms, the elbows, the joints, your shoulders, your neck. Becoming completely aware. What is happening in the body? Your facial muscles, your jaws in particular. Are they tight or are they loose, your jaws? The back of your head. Becoming completely aware of this temple that we live in, our body. Now, like you to open your arms and just stretch your arms. Imagine yourself just like a tree. With your lower, your legs being firmly rooted in the ground, and the upper part of your body just swaying, tree. Like the branches would sway in the breeze. Just feel the wind caressing this tree. Touching your body. Sometimes a strong gust of wind. Sometimes a very light breeze. Notice how your body responds to this breeze, the strong wind and the breeze. Visualize. Is it easy to sway? Or is there a lot of stiffness? It takes a lot of effort. Does it take effort to sway with the wind? See if you feel okay to make more pronounced movements as the wind gets stronger. Can you bring a little bit more flexibility? Each of these strong gusts of wind are just like those challenges that we have in our lives every day. They bring us more and more in this moment. You can relax your hands now. Just keep feeling. This wind blowing is grounding you more and more. As you see the upper part of the tree of your body sway, you can also feel the roots going deeper into Mother Earth. For all the flexibility, there is so much strength. Visualize, feel the roots. Growing into Mother Earth from your body. The roots are getting deeper and deeper. You feel stronger and stronger. You feel safe. You are safe. You are strong. You can now be more and more flexible. You can be flexible yet strong at the same time. Bring your attention to your breath fully now. Feeling all the strength. Now become a watcher. The incoming and outgoing breath. Just like a watchman sitting outside the house, watching every incoming and outgoing member. Just watch. Breathing in. Watch my breath. Breathing out. I watch my breath. With every incoming and outgoing breath, we enter deeper and deeper states of flexibility, softness, suppleness. As Lao Tzu says, flexibility is life, and stiffness is death. We breathe in all that softness, that flexibility, that easiness. We breathe out all the stiffness. all the rigidity, all the stuckness, all the tightness. Just watching the incoming and outgoing breath. Breathing in, I watch my breath. Now, I watch my breath. Thoughts will come and thoughts will go. The breath will stay. Friends will come and friends will go. The breath will stay. Our breath is our best friend. Sitting silently with this best friend who is always with us, this companion. From the time that we were born, this friend has always been with you. So aware of the breath, the incoming and outgoing breath. We're getting more and more present. friend, my dear breath, I am now fully going to be with you. This is my time. You have been such a wonderful companion since I was born. I may have taken you for granted. I was running around all over the place. But now I'm going to be with you fully. Our friendship is getting deeper and deeper. Watching every incoming and outgoing breath. Feeling the softness of the breath as you breathe in. Notice how it is so soft, so flexible. Just melts into our being. Allow this flexibility, this softness to percolate, to spread to every cell of your body. Every incoming breath flexibility, this softness spreading all over every area of our body, feeling so alive, so rejuvenated. Becoming so refreshed. Every incoming breath is a boost of energy, renewed energy. You become just like a child, so full of energy. Allow this flexibility now, this softness, this nimbleness, this suppleness to percolate in every area of your life. From every cell of your body to every area of your life. Allow this flexibility to percolate. In your work, at home, in the market, in your meditation, in your relationships. In this moment, watch this flexibility just spread just more and more into your life. How does it feel? How does it feel as this percolates throughout your body, throughout your life? This softness that you were born with, this flexibility that you were born with. How would you feel? Every space that you walk into, every relationship that you share, yes, yes, I'm okay. I'm okay. I say yes to every relationship, to every situation. Yes. How does it feel as you choose to be soft and pliable rather than inflexible and hard? Any residual tightness, stiffness in the body, you can now let that go as well. bringing flexibility in every aspect of our being. Feel it. Live it. Now. Flexibility is healing us. Flexibility is healing our relationships. Flexibility is healing our work life. Propelling us on our spiritual journey. Just like that tree that sways with every gust of wind. With every challenge that life presents. The roots get deeper and stronger. Gathering all the insights, my dear friends. All the abundance. Coming back to this present moment fully. Just 3 more minutes. Integrating all the insights. Staying with your breath. Just one more minute, my dear friends. Just breathing out any residual tightness. Breathing in all the abundance, integrating all the insights. Feeling so alive. So alive. Reminding ourselves of the words of Lao Tzu. As I read the verse for you in the last 30 seconds, you would stay with your breath, absorbing every word from Lao Tzu, fully integrating this 76th verse before you open your eyes. Lao Tzu says, a man is born gentle and weak. At his death, he is hard and stiff. All things, including the grass and trees, are soft and pliable in life, dry and brittle in death. Stiffness is thus a companion of death, flexibility a companion of life. The hard and stiff will be broken, the soft and supple will prevail. Making this choice to be strong by being soft and pliable, you can all get ready to come back now. Rub your palms and cup your eyes. Welcome back, dear friends. Thank you. Thank you, Tejas ji. Any questions? I hope everybody was there when we read out the verse at the beginning. And anybody would like to share any areas of your life that you have been stuck in and you were able to let go? I, for one, had so many challenges, so many patterns and so much. And thank you, dear friends. Let's see, if anybody would like to share, you can raise your hands if there's a question, thought. Anybody who wasn't able to see this is the 76th verse, you can look for it. Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, Tao Te Ching. Beautifully interpreted and Yeah, every challenge. Thank you, Tirumalesh. All the challenges are like winds. Some strong ones, some soft ones. And if we just sway with it, we feel we are fine. Our roots remain strong and we sway with it. Yes, exactly. We get rigid, then we break. Then we have to go to hospital. We have to go to, the body gives up, some muscle cracks. There is, what not happens, right? I mean, and pandemic was like a huge cyclone. And many trees survived this pandemic because they just swayed with it, they said. And as they were swaying, like I said, in those five-star hotels, those trees, they have to go and shake them up. Otherwise, the roots don't get strong. Because they are indoors, they don't experience the wind, the gusts of wind. Lataji, warm welcome. Please go ahead. Please share. Yes, Lataji, you'll need to unmute yourself. Yes. We can't hear you yet, Lataji. Yes. You can speak up now.
Okay now?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Please go ahead. It's not clear, Lataji. Your microphone is not transmitting. I think your headset, there is an issue with the headset maybe. No, it's still not clear. You can try maybe again. Okay, well, still not clear. You can maybe work on your headset. In the meantime, Vandana ji has raised her hand.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. Vandana ji, you can share while Lata ji figures out her headset. Tirumalesh ji is giving you some guidance in the chat box, Lata ji. Yes, Vandana ji, please go ahead.
I have to tell you, I'm not a highly visual person. It's very difficult for me to imagine in pictures. Today, one insight which came to me right in the beginning when you were talking about ground yourself and feel what that grounding is. For me, it was about me rooting into the ground, but not straight into the ground, but really intertwining with the other trees around, forming a sort of a web and then going deep. To me, that was what became extremely apparent. And through this session, I don't think I was always in sync with you and I was focused in my attention, but I just let it be. This is what I had as an insight for myself, and I just wanted to share this with you.
Great, thank you. And many of us have different, I also am not a very visual person. And many of us have different ways. Some of us just feel some sensations in our body. Some of us, we are kinesthetic or some other form of. So it's perfectly fine. You don't have to always see. The one thing that we always learn from our teachers is that we have to just trust the first impression that comes to us. When we don't allow the mind to come in the way of our practice. And we have to trust the first impression, first image, first sensation. And then, so perfectly fine, Vandana ji. And it's beautiful that you could feel the strengthening and the oneness with the other. You actually felt the oneness with the other trees. And when you went inside, so it's beautiful experience. Thank you. Lataji, you can try, and then maybe Shirin Sachdevji is trying to share. Yes. Can we Lata, can you try to
Can you-
speak? Okay, Shirin, please go ahead. You can go ahead now. Yes. Shirin, please go ahead with your, you can unmute. And friends,
Can you hear me?
yeah, friends, it's already 9 o'clock. We want to honor anybody who has to get back to whatever they are doing. So it's perfectly fine for those who have to have dinner, have to look after the children, take care of the family. It's perfectly fine. Those who would like to stay for a few more minutes, another 5-10 minutes, they can stay. We want to honor all of your time and thank you for being here. Yes, Shirin, please go ahead.
Thank you so much for today. And I think the meditation, when the swaying of the tree was a great experience. And, I could feel the roots deepening. But more than that, I realized that as the roots deepen, the tree's branches fill up with others. So I could suddenly see the birds and the squirrels or, just other beings. So tree had my face, but the branches had so many others on it. That was a very, very, very pleasant, experience, like expanding experience. And I set out, with that intention. That was very nice the way you explained that, So find some places, and one word you said, we get frozen in time. So one place in which I found myself stuck is I keep repeating that maybe, I think I should be more empowered at work, and I need to have much more freedom at work. And through the meditation towards the end, strangely the thoughts were coming, but that I have all the freedom at work actually. And this is as much freedom as you can have in any work, because you'll always have certain guidelines and so forth. So I could actually see that shift by the end of it. So I got a couple of tears in my eyes that I suddenly realized that I'm actually have that freedom. I'm stuck with that idea that I'm stuck, but I'm not stuck. You're just holding on. Stuckness is in the stickiness of the thought. So I thought I should share that. I could actually see by the end, I felt that I suddenly, as you have freedom, you have empowerment, you have it all. That's
beautiful. So beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shirin, for sharing. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, Mridul ji, please go ahead. We are muted, Mridul ji, please.
Yes. Namaste, Ganesh.
Namaste, namaste.
Ganesh, it was a wonderful experience, and like Shirin also said, the tree sowing experience was amazing. I could feel that I was very rigid, and so I was just moving my body, but my hands were still frozen, and I realized that why are my hands not moving? So let me move my hands, and yet I still felt that I'm not able to move. And when you said that hold on to your roots, and suddenly I started moving my my thighs as well, and that's where I was able to sway very easily, comfortably, and I started feeling a lot of ease and flexibility in the body. So I think that was that relieved or released a lot of stiffness that I carry in my joints, and that was beautiful. And the message that I got was, it's okay, like what you said, I'm okay. That was exactly the same message that I got, that it's okay, it's just okay, just yes, and it's okay. So that was a message that I received. It was a wonderful experience. Thank you, Ganesh.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mridul, for sharing. And Kezad, please go ahead. Welcome, Kezad. You can unmute.
Hi, Ganesh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Kezad. Please.
Okay. I have no idea at what point of direction you told me, but when you said try and feel the flexibility within you, I think I had built it up too much in my head that I'd feel it in the nervous system, that you can feel, that I would feel it in the bones or the muscles or the skin. but I felt it in my organs.
Mm.
And I mean, I'd like to explain it in a way that said I felt it in the opposite of a stomach ache. When your stomach doesn't do anything, you don't feel it. But when your stomach aches, you feel it. So this would be stomach ache, normal stomach, and something else.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Yeah, beautiful. And you know, it's amazing. You actually became so present, Kezad, and you were so aware in this meditation that when you practice in Vipassana meditation, I don't know if some of you have done it. They actually, it's like when an ant rolls on the top of your hand, you feel the sensation, but blood's kind of circulating right beneath your skin, and you can actually become present to every particle in our body is actually throbbing with energy, and it's so alive. We are such alive beings, and you actually felt your aliveness through this experience. So thank you for sharing that, Kezad. Yeah. Even the breath, which is quite prominent, which is external, is completely forgotten. So imagine if you just think about ants rolling on your skin, you would immediately feel the sensation. Imagine and the same sensation on the other side of the skin is actually the blood circulating all over the body. It's like, think about it, there are ants inside on the other side. And in deeper and deeper states of meditation, just so much awareness of body parts, of what's going on. There's a whole universe, that holographic impression, everything is inside, happening inside. But we just start kind of turning inside through these practices. The boss said this, my wife said this, my brother did this, my neighbor wasn't around, and this is what really happened. But all of this is something that we've really forgotten about, and on what is happening within us. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Kezad. Okay, we'll take one last comment, question. Lataji was not able to speak. She says, from last few days, once I start Anapanasati, I am blank. I listen to suggestions, but they were passing by. It's like getting addicted to watching the breath that I don't want to do anything excepting it. Okay. It's perfectly fine, Lataji. Nothing. It's an experience, and we keep going on this path. Let's see if there is one last person we can give a chance. Okay, friends, thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow. Muralidharji, please go ahead. You raised the hand, so we will now give you a chance. Please go ahead. My video may be off for just a bit, but please go ahead, Muralidharji.
Good. Namaste, Ganesh ji. May I audible? Hello? Hello? May I audible? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mulil. You are audible. Ganesh ji has been
Audible, no?
went for a while. You can share meanwhile. He is hearing.
Okay. What Ganeshji has told to visualize the tree and all those things that I am doing practically every day from my first floor. One big neem tree is there from the ground that is 50 years old, and that branches I used to do daily same thing. I just I just hold that branches and I will swing along with this. Whenever the air is coming, that will be swimming like that. She keeps me like my mother, and she will, that tree will be giving. But I don't know what is that communication I have to ask, rather affirmation I have to keep it. But daily I'm doing morning and evening that one since 2000 years. When I went to the Quantum Life University, at that time it is a life university at Vikarabad. We did that what at Sangha, along with the Dr. Newton and Lakshmi Madam and all. From then I am daily doing it. But should I ask anything, any message?
Muralidharji, I may have lost you a little bit in the middle. The reason I switched off my camera is I think my internet is weak. If you allow me to, if you can message me the question,
I did
Nitin can
already.
share.
I have messaged already.
Okay, let me reply to you on chat. So I will have a look at it. Nitin, I believe you had a video to share which I was not aware of. Nitin, can you come on? Because I had no idea that you had a video that you wanted to share. Dr. Newton's video you have to share. We could now do it tomorrow, Nitin, if you want, when everybody is here.
Okay,
Unless,
video.
or why don't you share the video? It's okay. I think you should share it. Or do you want, have you shared it with me? Can I play it from somewhere?
Yes, Ganesh. I shared it to your WhatsApp.
Okay, let me just play this video, dear friend. There is a message from Dr. Newton on Yoga Day.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute. I'm going to play it. I will share my screen.
Dear friends, happy International Yoga Day. There are two words that we keep hearing in our everyday lives. Number one is yogam, and the second word is viyogam. The word yoga means union. Yujyate anena iti yogaha. Yoga is that which joins, unites, or binds. Viyogam means disunion. If we are in union with music, it is called Natha Yoga. If we are in union with the body postures, dance postures, it is called Natya Yoga. A couple who is in deep love and partnership, they're in union with each other, it's called Dampatya Yoga. A person who is in union with body postures while doing asanas, it's known as Hatha Yoga. A person who is watching the breath, union with the breath, is known as Swasa Yoga. The one who is united with the action, whatever the karma that is being performed, is called Karma Yoga. The union with the knowledge is called Jnana Yoga. The union that we achieve during meditation, uniting with our own selves, it's called Dhyana Yoga. The one who is surrendering to the universal consciousness is called Bhakti Yoga. So the word we used many times, many places. If we take the scripture Bhagavad Gita, it consists of 18 chapters. Each chapter is called a yoga. Yoga is the science of the individual consciousness attaining communion with the ultimate consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita, it starts with Arjuna Vishada Yoga as the first chapter. It is nothing but Viyoga state, a state of disunion. Arjuna was in a state of disillusionment, in a deep sadness. That's why it's known as Vishada Yoga. In Bhagavad Gita, when we are coming to the 6th chapter, it's called Atma Samyama Yoga, also known as Abhyasa Yoga, also known as Dhyana Yoga. The chapter name itself is Dhyana Yoga. Lord Sri Krishna emphasized on this practice of meditation. The entire chapter is dedicated for that. Now the whole world recognizes yoga, which is benefiting largely in dealing with the issues that are erupting in our lives.